Welcome to India at 75, a series of programs brought to you by the Indian High Commission in Malaysia. The program today is brought to you by the Malaysia-India Heritage Group and the Gandhi Peace Center in Penang in collaboration with the Indian High Commission in Malaysia. Truth is God and God is truth. This dictum gives depth and meaning on the 75th year of Indian independence in a world shattered by the impunity of violence, waste and manipulation. The call of Gandhi should awaken not just India, but the rest of the world. When we think of the rest of the world, Penang Island may not have crossed our minds. The fact is, the Gandhi Peace Center in Waterfall Street, Penang, stands tall as a testimony of Gandhian influence across Southeast Asia post-World War II. The influence of Gandhi in Malaysia could not have found a better symbol than this institution that is little known to many of us. The facility here is said to have belonged to the poor waterfront workers in the port of Penang who were among the most exploited laborers of Indian origin in British Malaya. They dedicated this place to Gandhi, who had lighted a candle of hope in their lives of poverty in a place far from home that he had never visited. Dr. Anwar Fazal is here with us in this program to convey Gandhi's message of hope and peace. As chairperson of the Gandhi Peace Center in Penang and a recipient of the Public Service Award presented by the Gandhi Memorial Trust, I must say that Dato Sri is most qualified to speak on Gandhi. Listeners would like to know that he is a founder of the Taiping Peace Initiative and the Malaysia Interfaith Network. He is a recipient of the Global Gandhi Mandela Ikeda Peace Award. He also received the Right Livelihood Award, popularly known as the Alternative Nobel Prize. He was also a past chairperson of Consumers International, now based in London, United Kingdom, and the International Environmental Liaison Center in Nairobi, Kenya. He is chairperson of Think City, an urban rejuvenation program for making cities people and ecologically friendly. The quest for truth and service to humanity represents Mahatma Gandhi's moral compass. And if India is to lead the world in justice, peace, and humanity, it requires such individuals who are able to guide the world to make it a better place for all. Needless to say, Dato Sri embodies this very spirit that is indispensable to India's moral leadership of the world on its 75th anniversary. Without further ado, may I now take you to Penang to be with Dato Sri Dr. Anwar Fazal, who will take you on a journey to a place steeped in history and one that can form a long-lasting bridge of shared legacy between Malaysia and India. He will enlighten us on the vision and mission of the Gandhi Peace Center in Penang and what it means to be anchored locally in the quest to spread the Gandhian message of peace for an ailing world.
In the spirit, Gandhi's universality and his humanity, I'd like to begin with these words. Welcome, citizens of the universe. Welcome, children of Mother Earth. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Penang. Welcome to the Waterfall Road near the Botanic Gardens. Welcome to the Hindu Mahajana Sangam. Welcome to the Penang Gandhi Peace Center, and welcome to the Gandhi Ashram. This is a very special place, and we are going to explore the wonderful work that Gandhi has done for the polar world and how much he is appreciated in Malaysia, many things that he did. This is one of the special places. And the reason why this is called the Gandhi Ashram was because this facility belonged to the waterfront workers who worked in the port of Penang, and these were often the most exploited people, most exploited workers in Penang, made to slave in a way, unloading and loading stuff, and very often beaten because they don't carry the goods or they block them. This group formed this particular Sangam, and they wanted to remember how much Gandhi fought for their rights and in a way their liberation. And this place celebrates that heroic work, that work for universality, that work for humanity, that Gandhi was a blessing for all of us. We are now going to take a journey into the Gandhi Ashram, where there is a beautiful exhibition that was given by the Indian High Commission to this ashram, and it consists of a series of posters. For Gandhi, his life was the message, and what we will see inside are a series of posters and things that display his humanity, his universality, his caring, his sharing with the whole of the world. The story of the life of Mahatma Gandhi. A series of posters, some 50 posters, that tell his whole journey for making the world a better place. One of the most special things he contributed to the world was, of course, the movement for Satyagraha, the non-violent methods with regard to how we fight for truth and we fight for justice. And these were linked. Satyagraha was linked also with Sarodaya, of livelihood, of simplicity, of caring, of the kind of economy that will strengthen the world from below. Gandhi's message. His message of truth, of justice, of caring and sharing. At this ashram, we have done a beautiful set of posters in all the 4 languages, main languages of the Middle East. Malay, Chinese, Tamil, and English. About 99 ways by which you can make peace in the world. This was inspired by the work of Mahatma. What were some of the very special principles that he shared with us in this movement? What was the vision? What was the kind of vision and things that he was concerned with, that he wanted all of us, you can say, to march against? They very often were called the 7 social sins. And I'm going to share with you the 7 social sins and 4 more that I think Mahatma Gandhi would have himself wanted to share in the light of the last century and modernization and the development that has taken place. These, you can say, sins against humanity, the sins against humanity, I like to read them. The first is politics without principles, wealth without work, employment without conscience, knowledge without character, business without morality, science without humanity, religion without compassion. I added these four. Rights without responsibilities, power without accountability, development without sustainability, and laws without justice. He also brought to us a certain simplicity of the economics from the grassroots up, of retaining the traditions that are connected with our own environment. And the spinning wheel here that was constructed and made by the chairperson of the Gandhi Ashram as a tribute to Gandhi is a reflection of that. And I think he was reminding us how closely we must connect with nature, with local materials, with local skills. And I like to describe it, and I've described it several times, as the rainbow technologies. The rainbow. I think of the sun as an antiseptic, as a vitamin, as providing us with solar energy. I think of rain and the simple water harvesting systems that are being developed. I think of wind and how the wind, the waves can provide us energy. Remember the sailing ships that we had where we used the wind. I think of the wheel, as you can see from here, and the bicycle, one of the most technologically simple and efficient system of movement. I think of the power of the pendulum, the old clocks when we used to move left to right, and the whole system operated without necessarily batteries. I think of how little springs that used to operate our watches and our clocks, and that we also didn't need all kinds of batteries that are now causing environmental waste. These are some of the rainbow technologies that were part of Gandhi's life, that he wanted us to appreciate, and this was the symbol of that particular aspect. One of the most wonderful things, again, that he contributed, because the life of Mahatma Gandhi was just not about truth and justice. It was about action, doing something, making the change, being the change that you want to see, changing the world for what we would like to see in terms of caring and sharing. And one of the most remarkable things was a 3-volume book that was done by a remarkable scholar, Jean Shah, who passed away recently. He wrote this 3-volume book inspired by Gandhi's work, and he studied the whole history of the world, and he developed in these 3 volumes 198 non-violent techniques that have been used in history, and he wanted these 198 tactics to be shared with the humanity, so that non-violence, the whole spirit of Satyagraha, of peace and security and justice and caring, can be undertaken by the whole world. And it was in all kinds of ways of how you protest, how do you do economic boycotts, and how do you do political non-cooperation, non-violent intervention, and all kinds of methods. 198 methods. So one of the great messages of Gandhi: be the change you want to see, fight for the change that you want to see the world moving towards. Universality and humanity. And in that spirit, I would like to share with you a poem that I wrote that was also inspired by the kind of work that he did. We all drink from one water. We all breathe from one air. We rise from one ocean and we live under one sky. Remember, we are one. The newborn baby cries the same. The laughter of children is universal. Everyone's blood is red. And our hearts, all our hearts beat the same soul. Remember, we are one. Peace be on you, brothers and sisters. Peace be on you. Remember, we are one. Remember, Gandhi. Remember the wonderful face He has given us to make the world.
पतित पावन सी